personal loan. Rain is never good for a wedding. Until now, if it rains 1 inch or more on your wedding day, Floyd and Green Fine Jewelers will give you your rings for free. So pray for rain and watch News 12 and NBC 26 this weekend for the weather happening near you.
Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Keeping your kids in the classroom as cases of Omicron climb. It's why Richmond County is rolling out this new testing site for students, staff, and families for free.
Since the district's return from winter break, more than 40 schools have closed their doors to send students back home to learn online.
Now, starting today, Richmond County will offer testing 6 days a week. Here's News 12's Wrdw with how leaders say it'll help the fight to keep kids learning.
We've seen Richmond County schools close because of COVID-related issues. The hope of this new testing partnership with the Heritage Pharmacy Group will keep students and teachers in the classrooms, as well as keep the schools open. For Richmond County, it's a tough task keeping students and teachers in the classroom.
We've heard from our staff that some of the testing delays have been up to 5 days to get testing results back.
18 schools have switched to virtual learning just last week. COVID is making it hard to find and keep staff in person, but Richmond County is making use of their empty schools.
This was a key piece to providing testing for our students and our staff.
The Heritage Pharmacy Group set up a testing site that gives students, staff, and teachers quick, free, and easy access to COVID testing at Windsor Spring Elementary School, Monday through Saturday.
The delays in testing results has been something that's really kind of bottlenecked our school system.
Staff will meet you at your car. You'll scan a QR code where you'll put in some of your information, and that's how you get your test results.
I think it's a sense of security. We want to be able to know, during this time and be assured of having a place that when you're feeling symptomatic or if you've been in contact with someone, to have some place where you can go.
At this site, you'll do a rapid test that gets results in about 30 minutes and a PCR test, which takes around 24 to 48 hours to get a result.
People want results very, very quickly and as quickly as possible. So with there being testing delays and resulting delays, having this type of service in this area kind of shortens that gap.
We're hopeful that these things will help continue to be able to keep our schools open and our children in school learning.
In Augusta, Will Rio on your side.
If you want to get tested, the site is open at Windsor Spring Elementary weekdays from 8 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8 to 1. You don't have to have an appointment, and a reminder, it is free to all Richmond County students, staff, and their families.
There is much more news to come, but let's give you
Up to minutes.
Riley, thanks a lot. If you're looking for dinner plans this evening, it's night one of Restaurant Week in Columbia County. That means deals at some local spots all week long.
We have News 12 Sloan O'Cone live now from the crazy empanada off of Riverwatch Parkway. So Sloan, you spoke with some restaurant owners who say sales really mean a little bit more this year.
Exactly. This time of year is typically slower for the service industry. Think about New Year's resolutions. People want to spend less money, maybe eat a little healthier, but then add on a pandemic, then supply chain issues, a worker shortage, inflation. I mean, the list just continues to go on and on. So the Columbia County Convention and Visitors Bureau and Chamber of Commerce teamed up to help bring more people into local businesses.
I feel like the right thing to do is to give back to our local restaurants. A great opportunity to highlight some of the really unique offerings that we have here.
Offerings that have taken a little bit more sacrifice, especially for the crazy empanada.
Sometimes there's nothing in the aisles. So it's been really, really hard. So I think as a restaurant owner, we have to modify our menu so we can still provide a service out there for everybody.
Inflation, supply chain, a worker shortage, pandemic.
So it's kind of all around bad.
But the New Year's resolutions are supposed to make things better.
It's hard because you want to start the new year off and fix things that are wrong with your business and get momentum going.
But fewer people go out.
Everybody's depending on it. You've got, whether it's a local chain or not, well, I mean a local restaurant or a chain, you've got local people that are in there working, counting on it.
So this week and those following are your chance.
We're there, we're making it there.
And our empanadas just came out, and whether you your phone eats first or you do, the Columbia County Visitor Center is asking you to post pictures of your drinks and your meals with the hashtag Columbia County Eats.
Okay, you're making us hungry, but that's a good thing. We want everybody to go out and support our local businesses. Thanks for that, Sloan.
Still to come, she asked for help, but medical staff said she was faking. Were there deadly medical missteps inside Richmond County's jail? The I-Team investigates. Next.
What's so great, everyone?
It started when our I-Team began investigating a young father's homicide in the Richmond County jail.
He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve this.
Now we've uncovered what could be an emerging pattern of medical missteps by the people paid with your tax dollars to care for inmates.
And I looked over at him and I said, "Are you watching that?"
Tonight, another family comes forward, handcuffed to the same heartbreak our I-Team first exposed.
We knew something was going on.
Leaving more children prisoners of the same grief.
She was in this prison.
On any given day, the Charles B. Webster Detention Center houses around 1,000 inmates. More than half are there for nonviolent offenses. And since this is the county jail, most have not been to trial yet and are presumed innocent. So, Meredith, that means they haven't had the chance to defend themselves yet.
But we found some have to fight another battle, the one to get medical attention. We first uncovered this in Lyndon Stevens' case file when deputies accused him of faking a seizure. We found warning signs of a head injury all throughout his case file, yet he was labeled a mental patient despite having no mental health issues in his history or jail file. The young father died alone in his cell of a brain hemorrhage. Tonight, in an all-new I-Team investigation, we're piecing together a different case. A mother also accused of faking an illness. Yet again, it appears the jail medical staff was dead wrong.
If the greatest things are memories,
She was an amazing mom.
Ashley Asuncion left her 4 sons,
She would give her heart to us.
a good supply of happy ones.
I was really close with my mama.
Her boys now have to keep her memory close instead. 8-year-old Ashton is her youngest. Caden is 10. Blake is 17 and Bryson 15.
Breaks my heart.
Innocent young lives, yet they're still sentenced to life without their mother.
She's only in there a couple of weeks. That's it. A couple of weeks.
There being the Charles B. Webster Detention Center.
Go ahead and sit down for me.
This is body cam from Ashley Asuncion's arrest in August of 2020. The incident report says deputies found her in a suspicious vehicle in a motel parking lot during a routine patrol.
She's had that mess sitting in her purse a little while.
What happens next
Yes, you are under arrest.
can feel all too familiar to anyone who loves someone struggling with an addiction.
I didn't have anything, did I? Please tell them I didn't have anything.
Ashley is booked into jail, charged with possession of meth and drug-related objects. Her second arrest. Her family hoped this time jail would be a wake-up call.
We thought she was safer in there than she was being out, and we not knowing where she was.
Which is why her parents decided to leave her there until the drugs were out of her system. Other inmates at the time told GBI agents it was obvious when that happened.
Then she started getting her color back, gaining weight, getting to be a happy person again.
Mom and Dad were busy watching the calendar.
We counted the days, and we knew the day she called and talked to my wife, we knew she was clean.
She said, "Mom, Dad, I'm ready. I want my boys." She said, "I'm ready to come home. Whatever I have to do, I'll do it."
As soon as the judge signed the papers, Ashley could leave for rehab. Instead, she left in this ambulance for University Hospital. Her father answered the phone.
He said she's not doing really good.
The doctor explained she has peritonitis, or inflammation of the abdomen, usually due to a bacterial or fungal infection.
And he said with peritonitis, he said usually if caught in the early stages, he said we can just do antibiotics. And he said with antibiotics in a few days it clears up and the person is fine.
In some cases, a patient will need surgery, but if left untreated, peritonitis can lead to severe, potentially life-threatening infection throughout your body. When Ashley arrived at the hospital, records show it was already too late. So, what about the medical care she received at the jail before
Deputies called an ambulance.
As far as the nursing staff on this, it is through WellPath? WellPath, okay.
WellPath is a private company that handles health care at more than 500 correctional facilities, including Richmond County's jail. It used to be named Correct Care Solutions. The I-Team has tracked issues with the medical provider for years. In 2019, Correct Care settled a lawsuit for an undisclosed amount after the death of another mother at the county jail. The GBI says 50-year-old Deborah Leverett died of peritonitis, the same thing that would later claim Ashley Asunction's life. The similarities don't stop there. According to the federal lawsuit, Leverett also told her mother, "I'll die if I don't get out of here." She was later found lifeless in her cell. Inmates not far from Ashley's cell told GBI agents what they overheard.
She was hollering, she was throwing up, and she had diarrhea. He's like, well, there's nothing wrong with you. She would scream constantly, and they just kept saying ain't nothing wrong with her.
Deputies make notes in their activity log about Ashley being sick and not looking very well.
Ashley's like saying she's in pain. We called the nurse. The nurse said they can't do anything. We talked to Sergeant Roberts. We logged it.
Others tell the GBI why nurses are refusing to help.
The nursing staff said that she was pretending because she wanted more detox medication.
The biggest discrepancy the I-Team found is the substance in these photos.
And she just kept spitting up this brown stuff, or dark brown stuff.
They said you were eating a brownie and Kool-Aid and acting like you were throwing it up. And she kept insisting that she was in pain and that she was not doing that.
She wasn't faking. She was dying. And none of the 14 medical staff members who came into contact with her in her final days got her the help she needed until it was too late. The I-Team found the mother of 4 cried out in pain for days, while many of those who should have helped her repeatedly accused her of faking. By the time the ambulance arrived and she's loaded onto the stretcher, she's almost gone. Ashley Asuncion died a few hours later. Toxicology reports show she had no drugs or alcohol in her system.
If it happened one time, I maybe understand it. But we don't understand how it just keeps happening in the same place.
Think of how many people are in the jail right now.
I know.
Yeah.
And they have families at home that pray and they cry that their child will come home.
As for Ashley's children, Blake, her oldest, graduates from high school this spring.
I want to show that other families that are going through the same thing, that don't sit here and, be quiet, speak about things, and don't let your emotions hide inside of you.
Both he and his brother Bryson already know the pain of losing a parent. Their father died in a police chase in 2011. Now their mom is gone too.
You just gotta be strong, and you gotta believe in God, because God will help you through anything.
Faith they cling to just as tightly as they now hold their memories of their mother. I reached out to WellPath last week and heard back from the company's vice president of corporate communications on Wednesday. She said she would try to get back with me by Friday. Here it is Monday. I still haven't heard anything. I also reached out to the Richmond County Sheriff, Richard Roundtree. He says he cannot comment on this because of pending litigation. Ashley's parents have filed a lawsuit. And of course, the I-Team will be watching.
Meredith, thank you. I know we have not heard the end of this one. Let's have a live look outside.